You can choose from 94 Dodge Spirits or mid-size luxury with a Plymouth Acclaim. All the big loads with full-size Dodge Ram trucks at Pines Chrysler. We've even got caravans and more at the best prices of the year. Save thousands on the 93 program cars with new car warranties and new car interest rates too. Now's the time to save on your new car from Pines Chrysler in Leesville.
Sports fans are in love with statistics, but many of us are below par when it comes to the numbers that count. Finances, taxes, business expenses, and ledgers. CPA Mike Elliott and his staff offer a wide range of personal and business financial services, from tax planning and preparation to accounting and auditing. Using state-of-the-art computer technology and applying the latest guidelines, Mike Elliott and his staff assist you with personal or business financial needs. Don't be frustrated by numbers that don't add up.
Good evening and welcome into Leesville High School Wampus Cat football on Vista Communications. Our game this evening is the game that was played Friday night, matching the Booker T. Washington Lions out of Shreveport and the Leesville High School Wampus Cats. Teams very similar in what they like to do on the football field and how they've gotten to this game in particular. I'm Rick Barnacle. Joining us tonight is Mr. John Coburn, and we are pleased to be able to bring you this ball game here on Vista Communications. John, both of these football teams lost their first two games of the season. Leesville losing to Natchitoches Central and to Alexandria High School. Booker T losing to Fair Park and Byrd. Last week, they both put it all together. The Booker T. Washington Lions defeated Captain Shreve 33-0, their first win ever over the Gators, and their first shutout in 2 years. Leesville, on the other hand, put it all together of their own last week, giving up a touchdown on the opening drive and then responding with 32 unanswered points to defeat Peabody by a score of 32-6. Do you think it's time the Cats have finally put it together?
I'll tell you, the defense is coming together. They've had 7 quarters of great, terrific defense. And, except for that 17-point first quarter against Natchitoches, they played some real great defense, and I look for that again tonight.
Both of these teams like to run the football. We'll see plenty of that tonight. For the Booker T. Washington Lions, it's Mr. Kendrick Law. He is the leading rusher in the Shreveport-Bossier City area, and that's a mouthful. He has 71 carries for 374 yards and 6 touchdowns. Last week, he got 221 of those yards, 37 carries, and 4 scores against Captain Shreve. On the other hand, for the Leesville High Wampus Cats, the sensational sophomore, Mr. Cecil Collins. Cecil Collins, 55 rushing attempts, 462 yards, averaging 8.4 yards per game, and he scored 6 touchdowns on the year. The statistics that we quote throughout the course of this game tonight brought to you courtesy of the fine stat crew, Mr. Robert McClintock and Mr. Jeff Skidmore. The Wampus Cats and the Lions are now meeting at the midfield stripe to toss a coin, and we'll be back with the kickoff after these words from our sponsors on Vista Communications.
Morris Insurance Agency has served the needs of Leesville, Fort Polk, and Vernon Parish since 1941. We've been there through the good and bad times and grown with the economy through those many years. As independent agents, we work for you and offer a complete range of business and personal insurance coverage, including life and major medical to protect you from the unexpected, as well as annuities to help you save along the way. We provide you access to many different companies under one roof and shop our markets to find the best product for your insurance needs. Our staff is dedicated to serving you. We're committed to personal service and convenience to you and delivering the insurance you need in a professional manner. All of our customer service representatives are licensed by the Commissioner of Insurance. Don't settle for less than the best. See Morris Insurance Agency Incorporated for all your insurance needs. Remember, your independent insurance agency serves you best.
Back ready for this fine football game tonight. Beautiful evening. A crowd kind of slow getting here tonight, John, and we expected a big crowd after that impressive win last week.
Looks like there's going to be a big Shreveport crowd here tonight.
Tell you what, folks, Booker T coming on down, enjoying the hospitality here in West Central Louisiana. Certainly hope they stop at some of the fine restaurants, have a bite to eat, and enjoy themselves before they head on back up the interstate. Of course, getting to Shreveport has never been easier now. You head up through the woods, through Hagewood, get on the interstate here in Shreveport in 45 minutes once you get to the interstate.
That's right.
All right, taking a look at tonight's starting lineups for the Wampus Cats offensively tonight. Landon Dowden starts at the tight end. He and Antonel Goza will bring the plays in from the sidelines. The tackles are Justin Lansdale and Elia Fatusi in for the injured Otis Hunt. The guards are Denny Fetting and either Mark Mawai or Andrew Maggio. The center is Matt Morrow. Quarterback Corey Davis having a fine year throwing the football and running the football. Davis has rushed for 154 yards and 3 touchdowns on the year. And as far as throwing the football, where are my stats? I know they're here somewhere. As far as throwing the football, Davis has hit 27 out of 41 for nearly 300 yards. He's completing better than 65% of his passes, has thrown 1 touchdown, and has only been intercepted 1 time, which is good news for anybody. Cedric Clemens and James Collins will share some time at the fullback slot. Cecil Collins is the halfback. We'll also see the X-back, Lawrence Powell, and the Z-back, Mr. Andre Middlebrook. Defensively, we got some new wrinkles for the Wampus Cats, and we'll be back to give you those wrinkles after these words from our sponsors on Vista Communications.
A picture's worth 1,000 words, and a rose by any other name is still a rose. But for the picture-perfect flower arrangement, call on Vernon Parish's oldest florist. Leesville Florist can send flowers across the street or around the world with FTDs. Whatever emotion you wish to convey, let Leesville Florist creative designers say it for you with flowers. Know what you'd like to say, but not quite how you want to say it? Then stop by or call Leesville Florist, located in the Berrytown Shopping Center.
For the Wampus Cats on defense tonight, we've got some changes, John. Willie McNutt moves over to the nose guard. Cliff King, Ben Eugene, Virgil Ruffin, and Steve Shepard are his partners on the defensive line. We also expect to see some of Adrian East. The linebackers are Rosen and Harris. The cornerback Sims and King. The strong safety is Shamika Wilson. The free safety is Anthony Ford. Well, it looks like Leesville has won the toss. They have elected to take the football first, and we are just about ready to get it on here tonight at Wampus Cat Stadium. Back deep to receive for the Wampus Cats is number 23. That is Cedric Cole. Cecil Collins, and number 33, Anthony Ford. Cole, we saw him return we saw him on the return last week. For Booker T, we got to check this because the guy that does most of their place kicking for them was injured this week in practice. Number 54, Euless Reed, an outstanding linebacker, and the guy that the Leesville coaching staff says is going to cause the most havoc defensively for their team tonight. Reed will kick it deep, and we are underway tonight. It's a short kick. It'll be taken by Ford at the 16-yard line to the near side of the 20, and he is across the 30-yard line to about the 31, where he is brought down to 54. Look at these big, good-sized young man. They say he goes about 6'4", about 220, and he is a headhunter on defense. We'll probably be calling his name quite a bit tonight.
That was Brad Hewitt and Isaiah Broadway on the tackle there.
Leesville may show us a new look or two as far as the offense is concerned tonight. We may see Wishbone. Let's check that before the night is over with. Leesville's ball on the opening possession. First down, 10 yards to go from their 31-yard line. Powell comes to the near side, out of the eye. Collins is the deep back. There's the pitch to Cecil. Gets a nice block from the fullback and cuts it upfield. Gets across the 35 to the 37-yard line. Excellent block by his lead blocker.
That's the Collins brothers there in the backfield. The fullback is James Collins, and he'd get another great block on the end.
James Collins is the senior. Cecil Collins is the sophomore, and usually those roles are reversed.
I'll tell you, the man that made the tackle there, you're going to hear a lot from tonight's Kendrick Law. He made the tackle, number 21.
He'll be toting the leather again for the Booker T Lions. He is the leading rusher at Shreveport Bossier, also a fine outside linebacker. Second down and 4. Little miscommunication, but Collins does get the ball into his belly eventually and bulls his way forward for a first down for the Wampus Cats. Davis and Collins a little muff on the exchange there.
Ulyss Reed and Isaiah Broadway again, the same two made the tackle.
So the Cats run 2 plays, pick up good yardage, get a first down, move the ball out to the 44-yard line. We're just underway tonight, 11 minutes to play in this first quarter of play. No score. Cats first and 10 from their own 44-yard line. Powell comes to the near side. Middlebrook goes out wide to the left. James Collins is the up back. Cecil Collins the D-back. Davis, a great run by Collins as he faked me out. I just knew he took that ball out of the belly of James Collins. Collins picks up from the 44, 6, 11, 12, 13 yards on the carry. First down, Wampus Cats.
And he ducked his head and just plowed right into it. Ulyss Reed again on the tackle, and Terrence Bird along with Reed.
I bet you, John, that you could search far and wide in Louisiana high school football and you would not find 2 brothers in the same starting backfield.
You know, this is his first start. The older Collins, this is his first start this year.
From the 44-yard line, first down, Cecil Collins hit in the backfield by Ulyss Reed. Boy, Reed delivered a big hit as he blew across the line of scrimmage, knocked the tackle Maggio back on his heels and wrapped up Cecil Collins. Big, good defensive play, lost 3 on the play.
I'll tell you that Reed's already had a night if he doesn't play another down. He's been on every tackle.
It'd be all right with us. Ulyss Reed, the Wampus Cat coaching staff. I talked with Coach James Mosley of Washington High School this week. He told me that one of the starting linebackers was out, and when I relayed that bit of info to the Leesville coaching staff, they were saying, was it number 54? All right, Cats put Collins in the slot. Cecil Collins in motion to the left. Backs are split. Davis, naked run to the 40. Inside the 40 down to the 36-yard line, and penalty flags are down back at the 48 of Booker T, as it looked like there was some confusion on the Leesville offense that time.
Yeah, the Broadway made the tackle. Yeah, it looks like they were moving there.
We haven't seen that formation before. We had a lone setback. The fullback moves into the slot to the right, and the halfback goes in motion to the left, designed to confuse the defense. All it did was cause confusion in the offense. So the penalty will move the ball back. The penalty was dropped at the 46-yard line, and it'll move the Cats back into their own territory. Big penalty. You know, we looked at these statistics, and I don't know if you noticed it or not. Leesville's been penalized 28 times for 238 yards this year. Their opponents have been penalized 31 times, but for almost 100 more yards.
So
Leesville has cut down a lot of those big penalties and been getting called for a lot of ticky calls, a little 5 yards here and there, but hey, they all add up, and they're all a coach's nightmare. Second down and forever. Leesville's got to get to the 34-yard line to get a first down. Line of scrimmage, their own 44. Collins lines up and trips to the left. Little flare pass to Middlebrook. Cuts it up to the middle of the field. Andre Middlebrook back to near midfield, as that was a new wrinkle. We hadn't seen trip wide receivers yet.
That was a lateral. It wasn't a pass.
Yeah.
He threw it back behind the line. Number 79, the man who made the tackle, Quincy Cawthorn there for Booker T.
Gain of about 5 on the play. It'll still be third down and a long way. Line of scrimmage is just about the 49-yard line. Cats have got 17 yards to go for a first here on third down. 8:41 to go. No score in this ball game. Leesville eating up some time on this opening drive. Now Cecil Collins in the slot to the right. Davis rolls to the near side, shoots a pass. Almost picked off by Terrence Bird, and Bird saw nothing but the end zone in front of him. That ball was intended for Andre Middlebrook, and Middlebrook coming off the field gimpy a little bit, John.
I tell you, had he caught that ball, it would have been 6 points.
Well, Corey Davis hummed it in there to him.
Corey's doing good tonight. It's a shame that run was negated. It was a beautiful run by him earlier.
And Thomas Isaac will be in to punt this football away on 4th and 17. Again, line of scrimmage, the Leesville 49. Back deep to receive, looks like number 9, Isaac, and it's blocked. It is blocked, and it'll be recovered. Terrence Bird.
No one blocked him. He came in from the right end, and he just blew right through, right by the man standing there, and went in the way he should do it, right in front of the ball. Blocked it and recovered it.
Booker T gets a break, and they get the first break of the ball game as Terrence Bird, coming in from his free safety position untouched, gets the punt block, and the Wampus Cats now have got to stop the Booker T offense It's first down Lions on the Leesville 32-yard line.
Those are some healthy children out there on that line. Look at them.
They're some big meat eaters. First down, the quarterback is sophomore Vincent Harris. Excuse me, that's not Harris. That's Chris Anderson.
Hey.
And he gives the ball away to Kendrick Law, and Law is met at the line of scrimmage.
McNutt and King on the tackle there, along with Harris.
Actually, a loss of a yard on that play. So we're going to see all kinds of people on offense tonight for the Lions. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 7 or 8 guys that could touch the ball in the backfield. Junior quarterback Chris Anderson, Willie Law, Kendrick Law are the backups. Anderson back to pass into the flat. Nice catch at the 30. Short gain on the play. Wilson defending. That is number 8, senior Percy Harmon. And a gain of about 4 yards, making it third down and 7. Leesville's defense trying to prevent them from getting anything deep. Booker T does not throw the football much. They are a run-oriented team. They run a little bit of the veer occasionally. Right now, though, they send wide receivers Harmon and Awanga Johnson out to the left on 3rd and 7. Here comes Willie Law in motion to the near side of the field. Anderson drops back, sets up the screen to Kendrick Law, and a big defensive play for the Wampus Cats. That is number 86, Steve Shepard and Joe Rosen. Baby, they were like hunting dogs. They sniffed that one out, didn't they?
That was beautiful. I tell you, they were right on the play. They diagnosed it right away. They diagnosed and jumped right on him.
I think Booker T tipped their hand a little bit when they sent Law in motion to the near side of the field with double wide receivers out there, and they let those defenders come through, and the defenders definitely were keying on Kendrick Law. So in to kick it away is the man that blocked the punt earlier. He is the punter, Terrence Bird. Back deep to receive is Cecil Collins. Leesville almost gets a punt block of their own. Collins waves for the fair catch and makes the catch at the 10-yard line. Leesville will take over 1st and 10 at their own 10-yard line, and we're back after this timeout on Vista Communications.
Leesville Florist is a lot more than just flowers. They're beautiful live plants and gifts. Express your feelings with a creative design from your city, parish, and worldwide florist, Leesville Florist. Unique gift ideas abound at the Berrytown Shopping Center location of the oldest florist in the parish. Weddings are a snap with help from their talented staff. Tell someone how you feel with local delivery, or say, I love you around the world with Leesville Florist and FTD.
Leesville's defense holds, John, after a blocked punt gave the Lions 1st and 10 at the 32. The Cats force them to punt after a couple of stops behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Cats go over 1st and 10 from their own 10-yard line. Davis, the quarterback, gives to James Collins. Collins breaks tackles and is loose across the 20 to the 25-yard line. And hallelujah, we may see a new running back that is going to keep defenses honest.
LaMarcus Kennedy made the tackle, and I'll tell you what, he was headed for the goal line. You know, last week we called attention that that young man is a good runner, hard runner, and he's a great blocker.
A 19-yard pickup on the play for James Collins. That's called padding the stats early. 6:06 to play. No score in this ball game. Cats out of the shadow of their own goalpost now. 1st and 10 from their own 29-yard line. Out of the eye, Davis sets him down. Quick toss back to Cecil Collins. There was pressure, but Collins gets by the defender. The initial pressure from senior defensive end Antonio Mayton, and Collins just gave him a little shoulder fake and busted right by him.
That was number 57, Isaiah Broadway. He's an active man, too, linebacker there. I tell you, they've got it going their way right now because they can't defend the other Collins, for James Collins running so hard right up the middle.
Absolutely.
So they can't key on him anymore.
8-yard gain for Cecil. 2nd down, 2 for the Cats. Line of scrimmage, their own 38-yard line. Penalty flags go down. What the heck? Is that too much time? Better check that. Well, you better check that fine Swiss timepiece you're wearing there. Maybe somebody lined up in the neutral zone. I couldn't tell. It sure didn't seem like they took a whole lot of time.
Well, it looked like their left end lined up offside.
And you called it. Good call, John. It was the left defensive end. That would be Antonio Mayton. First down, Leesville. Ball spotted at their own 43-yard line. Booker T will play 6 men up front at times. They've got 2 outside linebackers that will line up on on a 6-man front to try to stop that run, as they will pack that line with defenders. First down, Leesville. James Collins off the left side. Nice run for a very short gain. Good defensive effort there by the inside linebacker, sophomore Cheval Hamilton.
I tell you, one good thing about that is they're stacking all the men up on the line. If they ever break through the line,
it's history. It's 6
they're
points.
going all the way.
And we saw that earlier with that run from James Collins, who gained 19 yards going up the middle. Goes in at the tight end, bringing the play in. Dowden takes his customary position next to head coach Danny Smith. Second down and 8 for the Cats. Ball at their own 45-yard line. 4:34 to go. Rapidly moving first quarter of play. Goza now flip-flops over to the left side, out of the eye. Quick pitch back to Cecil. Cuts off the block of James. Cuts inside the tackle and has got another first down. Wampus Cats, as what a nice run. The fullback, James Collins, took the defender to the outside, and Cecil cut right up off of his butt. Picks up good yardage for a first down.
Phillips River and Eustace Reed, Euless Reed, that is, the linebacker and the cornerback are making a tackle on him. And that was a good run by the young man. He broke it back outside. I thought he was going to go there for a second.
I got a chance to watch the Cats on offense a little bit working out Thursday afternoon. And Cecil Collins came over and talked with Coach Danny Smith about his assignments, making sure that he had his assignments right. And a real conscientious young football player. First and 10. Leesville ball inside the Booker T 46-yard line. Collins gets hit and spins loose. Oh, baby, that had to hurt. You know that had to hurt. And Cecil Collins is down, and he is up. Whew, mercy, he got his leg bent back that time by those defenders.
Rivers was kind of mashing down on it. Euless Reed again on the tackle.
So a gain of about 5-6 yards on the play moves the ball to just shy of the Booker T 40-yard line. Second down, 5 yards to go for the Cats. Powell and Middlebrook out wide to the far side of the field. Lone setback is James Collins. Cecil Collins lines up in the slot to the left. Fullback blast by James Collins, and he is met in the hole by Tom Jones, who had to ask the question, what's new, Pussycat?
I tell you,
he hit him.
Good. He played that one well, didn't he?
Absolutely. Looked like James might have tipped his hand, and he is limping as he comes back to the huddle. And I'll tell you, Tom Jones just flat stood him up in the hole.
I'll tell you what, that was a collision right in the middle of the line, because both of them size.
It'll be third down, about 3 yards to go for the Cats, trying to mount this offensive drive that started at their own 10-yard line. 2:36 to go. Same formation. Let's see what the Cats show offensively here. Davis back to pass. He's got time. Under a big rush. Throws it wide open is Andre Middlebrook. And I'm going to tell you, if that ball would have got there any quicker, that was 6 points. In to break that play up was, is that 15? Was that Terrence Bird again?
No. 68's the man who come in there. I mean, the man on the far end over that number 75, the big 79?
79, that's junior Calvin Bishop, but the guy that broke the play up in the secondary was Terrence Bird, the free safety. And I don't know what happened on the coverage there, but Middlebrook was wide open.
Well, the reason he couldn't get it there, he had to throw it up over that number 79.
Bishop did put the heat on him. It'll be a punt situation now for Thomas Isaac. His last punt was blocked, and there comes Bird again. You got to get a handle on that guy, as that punt will go into the end zone. Touchback. Booker T ball at the 20 when we return after these words on Vista Communications.
Life is filled with choices. Many of these we routinely make, while some choices need more thought and understanding. Some we need help making.
Hello, I'm Elvin C. Fontenot Jr. Selecting someone to represent you in court is one of those difficult and tough choices. My experience in criminal cases, divorce cases, and personal injury claims will serve your interest well. In 15 years of legal practice, I've helped people make informed, thoughtful choices, treating them as individuals. When you're faced with hiring an attorney, you do have a choice.
Got 2:16 to play in the first quarter. No score. Booker T's ball first and 10 from their 20-yard line. In the game at quarterback is Chris Anderson. He's a junior. Willie Law and Kendrick Law, the backs, they're first cousins, and their backs are split. There's Willie Law, who keeps churning. Willie Law ran for Pickering High School the last couple years. Last year, over 1,500 yards rushing for the Red Devils as they went all the way to the state semifinals before losing. Willie Law transferred back to Shreveport to be with his family, and he is the starting running back.
Harrison King on the tackle that time. He stopped him for just about a 2-yard gain.
That's it. And I'll tell you what, Willie Law looks a little heavier than we saw him last year. I saw him several times last year. Looked like he put on a little bit of weight, and he is limping. He missed last week's game with an ankle injury, but his first cousin, Kendrick, who is now in motion, picked up over 220 yards. Little pass into the slot. It's wide open. Terrence Bird. Bird lined up in the slot and picks up the short pass and turns it into a big gain. That is nearly a 27-yard gain. First down, Lions at their own 49.
I'll tell you, they had men covered pretty well. Harris and Sims finally made the tackle, but only after he'd gone down the field quite a ways.
Quarterback now is sophomore Vincent Harris. Coming out wide to the near side of the field, Harmon and Johnson. Law in motion to the far side on first down. Kendrick Law on the draw, picks up good yardage to the Leesville 40 down to the 35-yard line.
Hey, look at that. East is very agile. You see him catch that play from behind?
So Booker T, a couple of big plays, and they're in business in Leesville territory at the 35-yard line. The Leesville defense wondering what the heck's going on. We stopped these guys once already. Now we're having to do it again.
Well, that hard charge, you know, when you're charging hard like that and they pull that draw, it's kind of hard to stop it.
Well, Harris, the sophomore quarterback, is running over to the sidelines after every play and picking up his instructions. Now those wideouts, Harmon and Johnson, go out to the right. Bird, the tight end, will line up on the left. Harris on first down, drops back to pass, got time, throws it long, intended for number 8, senior flanker back Percy Harmon, and it is incomplete. Leesville bites the bullet there. 2nd and 10 for the Lions.
A little too much arm.
Guy was open, though.
He was.
He was open.
They're supposed to be a run-oriented team, but nobody's told them that tonight.
Well, you know, when you got two quarterbacks, Coach James Mosley, who was an all-city quarterback at Byrd High School in Shreveport back in the early 70s, told me this week, hey, when you got two quarterbacks, you go with the hot hand.
Right.
And if one guy it looked like he's on target, hey, you and I believe we coined this phrase last week, you dance with who brung you.
That's right. That's right.
Harris in at quarterback. Same formation, 2nd and 10 from the Leesville 35. Harris back to pass. Oh, throws to the spot, and there's nobody there. And
it looks like Percy Harmon cut out when he should have went on a post fly pattern.
And linebacker Alton Harris came in and introduced himself to Vincent Harris and said, hello, is your name Harris? My name's Harris, too. Take that.
A very good play by Harris.
A little bit of pressure that time. The Cats did not get pressure on that last pass, but a little bit better pressure that time.
You're going to need pressure now. This is an important down for them.
It really is. 3rd down and 10 yards to go for the Lions. Coming out to the near side of the field is Kawanga Johnson. Harris has one back. Philip Rivers in the defensive backfield. There's that little middle screen again to Bird, wide open. Terrence Bird comes to the near sidelines to the 30, 25, on his feet, meets the defender head on and powers his way down to the 10-yard line. And I'm going to tell you, they suckered the Wampus Cats hard charging defensive line that time, John.
Sure did. Hey, he just ran over forward, and Harris had to come in and help him from behind to bring him down. And that's a good play. It's working. They're charging hard, and they're letting the rushers through and throwing it just over their heads.
Now, Booker T lost a ton of skilled people last year. They lost a quarterback, a 1,000-yard rusher, and a pair of outstanding wide receivers. But they have definitely patched up the holes and got people in there to make the plays happen. Look at number 27. Watch 27, Philip Rivers, how quick he looks at that scat back position. On first down from the 11. And Harris does not like the way the Leesville defense aligns itself, and he wisely calls a timeout. Nice call by the sophomore not to waste that down and force a turnover. There is a timeout with 5 seconds left to play in the first period. The score is 0-0, and we're back after this word on Vista Communications.
At Pines Chrysler Used Cars, you'll find nothing but the best. Clean, dependable, late-model cars and trucks, some with factory warranties still available. You'll find vehicles checked out from top to bottom by Pines factory-trained personnel. Pines is eager to work with you and make it happen. There's quick and easy financing available. And when you drive off the lot, don't think it ends there. Pines makes a commitment to you, and they stand tall behind the sale with service when you need it. Come in today and make your best deal on a clean, late-model car or truck. At Pines, they don't meet the competition, they make it.
First down, 10 yards to go for Booker T's Lions as they have driven the ball from their own 20-yard line to the Leesville 11. A couple of nice pass receptions from Terrence Bird. First and 10, Rivers in motion to the far side of the field. Lone setback is Kendrick Law. They give it to Law. He's hit in the backfield, and he is going down. Willie McNutt, the nose guard, was in on that play along with Steve Shepard, number 86. Had a chance to work with young Mr. Shepard this week, just a sophomore. We made a movie star out of him, John.
I tell you, he's going to make a star before it's over with. The young man really puts the pressure in there.
So the no gain on the play. They mark it back at the line of scrimmage. Second down and 10. Wampus Cats looking to dig in the claws here and hold them. And that will be the end of the first quarter of play with the score 0-0. We're back after this timeout on Vista Communications.
Sports fans are in love with statistics, but many of us are below par when it comes to the numbers that count. Finances, taxes, business expenses, and ledgers. CPA Mike Elliott and his staff offer a wide range of personal and business financial services, from tax planning and preparation to accounting and auditing. Using state-of-the-art computer technology and applying the latest guidelines, Mike Elliott and his staff assist you with personal or business financial needs. Don't be frustrated by numbers that don't add up.
Kendrick Law is the lone running back. Here's Rivers in motion to the short side of the field. Harris drops back, looks to the corner, fires the pass, touchdown!
It was a great touchdown. Great play there for a touchdown. He was covered pretty closely, but I can't see. 16 is the man that covered him.
Yeah, Greg King in on the coverage, but that was number 8, Percy Harmon, or was it number 9, Johnson? Let's check him as he comes off the field. That was number 9, Kawanga Johnson, a junior. 9-yard scoring pass from Harris to Johnson, and in to attempt the extra point. Again, the kicker for the Lions was hurt in practice this week. That's number 68, Tavares Smith, a senior offensive lineman, and the kick is blocked. So we anticipated trouble from the kicking game for Booker T tonight, and there was the first manifestation of that trouble. But the Lions draw first blood on the Cats in this big cat fight at the Wampadome, 6-0 Booker T. And we're back with the kickoff after this on Vista Communications.
Life is filled with choices. Many of these we routinely make, while some choices need more thought and understanding. Some we need help making.
Hello, I'm Elvin C. Fontenot Jr. Selecting someone to represent you in court is one of those difficult and tough choices. My experience in criminal cases, divorce cases, and personal injury claims will serve your interest well. In 15 years of legal practice, I've helped people make informed, thoughtful choices, treating them as individuals. When you're faced with hiring an attorney, you do have a choice.
The Washington Lions jump out on top of the Wampus Cats 6-0 on the strength of a 9-yard touchdown pass from Vincent Harris to Kawanga Johnson. The point after was blocked, and Booker T leads this one 6-0 with 11:13 to play, as the Wampus Cats are going to have to get it together on offense. They gave up the first score of the game last week to Peabody and then roared back for 32 unanswered points. And the coaching staff a bit concerned about those early touchdowns.
That's right. This is their wake-up call.
Sometimes it comes late, sometimes it comes early. And tonight it took all of about 13 minutes of this football game. We got 11:13 in the half. And Bird will, no, that's Reed. Euless Reed will kick it deep. Collins, Ford, and Cole are the receivers for the Cats. And he barely, that ball is loose. Get on that ball.
It looks like it's going to,
that could be a Booker T football. That was not a planned play. Euless Reed just flat missed the ball.
And it went 10 yards.
It went 10 yards.
Sure did.
No, they're going to give it to Leesville.
Well, it must be close because they kicked it from the 40, and the ball is laying where?
Right at midfield at the 50-yard line. They kicked it from
It's
the 35.
just short of the 50. It's about 3 or 4 inches short of the 50, so that's close. That's as close as you can get.
Boy, that could have been a big break. Well, that certainly had better serve as a wake-up call to get your heads in the game, and let's get it together, guys.
It didn't miss it by 6 inches.
I'll be honest with you. I mean, I'm making fun of Euless Reed because he probably crushed my head, but that was not much of a kick, Euless.
I think the young man's embarrassed.
They work in the pros for hours on kicks like that. First down, Leesville at the 50-yard line. Great field position for Davis and the Cat offense. Give to Collins. Cecil picks his way through, gets into the secondary after about a 7-yard gain. He is hurled back.
54 again on that tackle there. Euless Reed.
Euless probably a little upset after that embarrassing kickoff attempt.
Yep. He probably is embarrassed. 68 is another one that helped him out on that play, and that was Tavares Smith.
So it's a gain of 7 yards on the play, making it second down and 3 for Leesville at the Booker T 43-yard line. Well, that what could have been disaster turned into a break for the Cats. Powell comes to the near side of the field. Middlebrook at the far side of the field. Out of the eye, Collins and Collins are the backs. Give to James. Bust through. Ball on the ground. Scramble. Mad scramble for the football. Let's see if the Cats come up with it. I believe that James Collins had the presence of mind to reach back and grab that ball. He had it stripped as he crossed the 40-yard line.
They haven't made an indication yet.
Leesville's football by the hair of Collins' chinny chin.
First down, too. That was a pretty good fumble.
Gain of 6 yards on the play. Leesville's got a first down at the Lion 37-yard line. And they'll get the chain straightened out on the far sidelines before they can start this play. Now Dowden flips over from the right to the left side of the line. Quick pitch back to Cecil Collins. He's got the corner, cuts it inside to the 30, to the 25, to the 20. Cecil on his feet, takes the defender with him, and they strip the ball loose. They're going to rule him down. They're going to rule him down. That's a big break for Leesville.
Oh, was it ever?
As Cecil Collins had the ball stripped at the 10-yard line, he met the defender head up and plowed him back.
They were pushing him back, and the defender kept grabbing at the ball and trying to strip it, and he finally did.
Yeah. He got a little help from the backside, and Leesville's in business. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
I don't know what they call it unless it's forward progress and stop.
That could be. So Leesville very fortunate on this drive. The ball bounces their way on the kickoff, on the fumble by James Collins, and on the fumble by Cecil Collins.
Well, Terrence Bird was the young man that stripped him of the ball.
That was about a 27-yard run for Cecil. Now Goza, the tight end, flip-flops to the right side. Middlebrook follows him over there. Corey Davis, the ball loose again, and this time the Cats may not be fortunate. Let's see. It's Leesville's ball.
Corey Davis got it.
My goodness, the Cats are having trouble hanging on to the football tonight, John.
I'll tell you, Euless Reed is a man he's like a maniac in there. They may have to take that boy home and feed him after the ball game, not to get rid of him.
They'll feed him some raw meat.
I'm telling you. The kid is really giving some misery back there.
That is a loss on the play of 7-8 yards, and it'll be second down and goal from the 17-yard line. So the Cats had first and goal at the 9. Now it's second and goal from the 17. Talk about shoot yourself in the foot. Quick toss back to Collins. And he goes nowhere in a hurry as Booker T gets great pressure up front and turns that play in.
Looks like the nose guard, 74. That's Thomas Jones, big boy.
Tom Jones, one of the richest entertainers in the world. Not this particular Tom Jones, but he'd probably settle for a fraction of the real Tom Jones's cash. It'll be third down, and the Cats, who were threatening to score, now look like they may end up settling for a field goal attempt unless they convert this first down. Cecil Collins goes to the right side of the line. He lines up right behind the tight end. No, the tackle, excuse me. Davis back to pass, rolls right, cuts it upfield, wants to run, dips inside, gets down inside the 10-yard line. Nice run by Corey Davis, and that will.
It's going to be a little bit shy, I think. But
that will bring in the field goal attempt from Thomas Isaac. And John, for your information, FYI on the year, Thomas Isaac has attempted, let's check that. I've got these stats now. He has attempted 5 field goals. He has hit 3 of them. His longest was 33. And this one will be line of scrimmage to 17, add 10. This will be a 27-yard field goal attempt. Isaac out of the hole to Middlebrook from the right hash mark. Tough angle for Isaac. Trying to cut the BTW lead in half. The kick is up. Looks good. So from 27 yards, Thomas Isaac makes it a 6-3 ball game, and the Cats are on the board. We're back with more on Vista Communications.
You'll fall into big savings at Heinz Chrysler in Leesville. We've got new 94 trucks and cars arriving daily. You can choose from 94 Dodge Spirits or mid-size luxury with a Plymouth Acclaim. All the big loads with full-size Dodge Ram trucks at Heinz Chrysler. We've even got caravans and more at the best prices of the year. Save thousands on the 93 program cars with new car warranties and new car interest rates too. Now's the time to save on your new car from Heinz Chrysler in Leesville.
Well, the Wampus Cats begin that drive at the 50-yard line, get down to the Booker T 9, and end up settling for a 27-yard field goal. Not exactly the way you draw it up on the board, is it, Coach?
Nope, but I'll tell you one thing. You need to give Middlebrook a little credit on that. That snap was a little bit awry, and he had the presence of mind to get it back down for the kick.
Isaac, very sure-footed. He's now hit 4 of 6, and I'm going to tell you that his statistics will match up favorably against any other kicker in Louisiana high school football before this year is over, because the Cats realize his value, and they have no hesitation when they send Thomas Isaac in to attempt the field goal.
We're going to have Catron here. Chris Catron's going to be doing the kicking for the Wampus Cats.
All right, we saw him some last week, too. He kind of half kicks it, taken at the 12-yard line and dropped by Phillip Rivers, and whoa, hey, Willie McNutt grabbed a hold of that jersey and said, "Wait, doggy, where you going?"
I'll tell you what, the boy knows the rodeo is coming to town. He bulldogged
He
him.
bulldogged him big time. Nice play by Willie McNutt. You know, after a bobble like that on a kickoff, it is very dangerous because it throws off the timing of your guys coming down the field. And as a coach, you hate to see that unless your guys are within 5 yards of the man when he drops the ball.
I tell you, a man who deserves credit on that, too, is that Rome. You know, Rome was the first man that just plowed into it, 2 blockers, and took them out.
So Booker T's ball from their own 16-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Lions. And Harris stays in at quarterback. The young sophomore marched him down the field earlier. The backs are Kendrick and Willie Law. Here comes Johnson in motion to the near side of the field on 1st down. Harris throws it in the flat, wide open, and King makes a nice tackle on Percy Harmon, and they're isolating the right cornerback of the Wampus Cats, and he is all alone out there, one-on-one, and good heads-up play.
It was a beautiful play by the young man, because had he missed him, he was gone.
So there's going to have to be some defensive adjustments made, because the Cats cannot leave that man one-on-one out there. He is going to get beat more times than he's going to make that coverage. 1st and 10 for Booker T on that completion. Harris, the young sophomore, same play, sends a man in motion, one-on-one coverage to the left. Draw play going nowhere. In a hurry is Willie Law, as Willie runs into some of his old buddies from West Central Louisiana on that play.
McNutt, Rosen, and Harris, 3 linebackers.
Don't we know you from somewhere? Didn't you wear red and white last year for Pickering? Loss on the play of about 2 yards, so Willie Law just having a hard time, and he has been injured the last couple of weeks, and he looks like he's just having a hard time getting that first step, John.
Yeah, he's not getting off the ball like he should.
2nd down, 12, Lions ball. 6:09 to play in the half. 6-3. BTW leads LHS. Euless Reed in at tight end. They're going to run this football. And so what do I know? Again, one-on-one coverage, and the man goes down to his knee.
Got a flag on that play, a late flag, and the way young Bullock is going over there cheering, I think it's against BTW.
Yeah, Bullock and locked it up with the right guard, Antonio Mayton, the senior, and the referee was talking to Mayton, saying, "Hey, keep it clean, buddy." And I believe that's you got the call. That's going to be against Booker T. But John, I would not want to be junior cornerback Greg King isolated one-on-one with some of these speed burners from Booker T all night long.
They're going to have to get somebody up on him up close.
He's got to get up a little tighter. And has Maton been thrown out of the game?
Looks like he is. The young man's gone to the sideline.
I saw the referee lecturing him as he walked away from Bullock, and Bullock just shrugged his shoulders.
A little extracurricular activity there.
We saw a quick ejection of an offensive lineman last week. Unsportsmanlike is the call.
That really hurts. That pushes him way back.
That's tough. That's second down and forever. Line of scrimmage is the 13-yard line, and they've got to get to the Leesville 33, so it is second down and 20. It's actually second down about 25. They got to get to the 37, excuse me, and penalty flags go down. I believe we've got too much time, and Booker T, now the wheel's coming off a little bit now, John.
I tell you, they're a little bit shook up right now, but
you did not bring your spectacles with you.
I didn't.
You did not bring your spectacles.
No, I didn't.
There'll be no tea for you at halftime, and no little finger cookies either.
Yep. So it looks like we got to delay a game again.
So the ball now gets pushed back from the 13 to the 9-yard line, or the 8-yard line. I can't add.
Boy, I tell you, it looks good here. If we can hold them and do 2 down, 1 more down, we'll get a good field position.
Should get the ball back again near midfield if we can hold them here. 3rd down and 30. Harmon out wide to the near side of the field. Johnson to the far side. Kendrick Law turns the corner. He's in the backfield, knocks over a couple tackles, gets by Ford, and is going to pick up a first down.
He's going to be a little short. He's going to be about a yard short there.
Oh, baby. Kendrick Law hit that corner, and there was nobody to stop him. He was a runaway train, John.
Yep. But the referee stepped back about 2 yards where he went out of bounds there. We got a hurt man on the other side of the field.
Cats needed to get the Cats defense needed to stop him at the 37. They stopped him at the 35. Yep. And we'll take a short timeout for this injury. Back in 30 seconds on Vista Communications.
A picture's worth 1,000 words, and a rose by any other name is still a rose. But for the picture-perfect flower arrangement, call on Vernon Parish's oldest florist. Leesville Florist can send flowers across the street or around the world with FTD. Whatever emotion you wish to convey, let Leesville Florist creative designers say it for you with flowers. Know what you'd like to say, but not quite how you want to say it? Then stop by or call Leesville Florist, located in the Berrytown Shopping Center.
And coming up off the field, getting a nice round of applause, is starting free safety Anthony Ford, a junior. His place taken in the backfield by Lawrence Powell, as on 4th down and on 3rd and 30, Booker T picked up 28 yards. And now Powell back deep to receive the kick of Terrence Bird. It's a high kick. And I guess the Cats just ought to get away from that sucker. And they do, as it takes a Booker T bounce and will die very near the 20-yard line. Leesville takes over with 4:37 to play in the half, trailing 6-3. What a defensive struggle we got tonight.
I'll tell you, that was about a 20-yard kick that turned into a 40 with a 20-yard roll.
So they're going to spot this ball at the 23-yard line. Leesville takes over 1st and 10, and the Cats should have had the benefit of better field position. But on 3rd and 30, they give up 28 yards on an end around, on a toss sweep play, rather. And now they come up with the football 1st and 10, trying to either even this score with another field goal or take the lead at halftime if they can drive it about 67 yards. Quick toss. Cecil Collins hit in the backfield, still on his feet, churns forward to near the 30. Gain of about 7 on that play by Collins.
I'll tell you what, they're trying hard to strip that ball every time he comes through there. The man who was on the play there was at 74, Thomas Jones again. And they're trying hard to strip that ball.
As all good defenders should do. Of course, you got to wrap the man. You can't do that all the time. But if one of your teammates has got a bear hug on him, you go ahead and swat that ball away, and anything can happen on the football field. Collins and Collins in the backfield. James and Cecil on 2nd down, about 4. Middlebrook goes in motion, now cuts up behind the quarterback, Davis. Little hitch pass and gets a great block from Lawrence Powell. Middlebrook makes the catch and turns it upfield for a nice block. And I did not see who Lawrence Powell took out, but baby, he took him out. That was the cornerback on that side, and he just leveled him. And when Powell got the block on the cornerback, Middlebrook turned it upfield for a nice gain. First down, Leesville.
It was a good block, and I'll tell you, it was a good run by Middlebrook once he got the ball. He made some good moves.
So first and 10 for the Cats now at their own 45-yard line. And it was a 15-yard pickup on that play. And Lawrence Powell right now candidate for hit of the week. Dowden and Middlebrook now line it up on the left side. Quick toss. Here comes Cecil. He gets pressure from Kendrick Law. And James Collins just did not get the block on Kendrick Law. As Law comes up, makes a great play.
James Collins slid off of him. He tried to hit him, but he just slid off of him.
And he pounds the turf in frustration, knowing that he couldn't spring his little brother. That's a loss of 5 on that play. Line of scrimmage now, the 40-yard line. 3 minutes to go in the half. Fast-moving first half. My goodness, we're going to be out of here in 40 minutes in this first half. Second down, 15, out of the eye. Powell up to the top of the field. Middlebrook now in motion to the far side. They fake the toss. There's Middlebrook. A little screen. Got blockers. Turns the corner and cuts it back across the field. And now cuts back to the middle of the field as Andre Middlebrook, showing absolutely no regard for life and limb, to cut that ball back across the middle into Booker T. Washington territory at the 48. Nice play. Nice catch. Nice run.
I'll tell you, the way he had the blockers out there, I thought he was going to go, and all of a sudden it broke down on him.
He read his blockers.
He had to come back to the middle.
Read his blockers nicely and saw that there was nothing doing as Booker T pursued well to that side.
Cheval Hamilton was the man who made the tackle. He stayed back in case of the cutback.
So the Cats have run that play twice, picked up 15 yards, picked up 12 on it that time, making it 3rd down and 3. Clock running, under 2 minutes to go. Cats trying to get into field goal position. Powell and Middlebrook coming out to the far side, the near side of the field, and we've got movement on the offensive line against Leesville. So the Cats throwing a new couple of wrinkles in offensively on this series. As 5 yards, the penalty will be marked off against them, making it 3rd down and 8 instead of 3rd and 3. Clock stops with 1:51 to go in the half. This is a strange ball game. Neither team is exerting any dominance right now.
Well, they're playing it between the 20-yard lines. That's what's going on right now. One team will take the initiative, and then the other will take it.
Been a couple of big plays on both sides of the line offensively. 3rd down 8 for the Cats. Ball now back at their 47. Shovel pass. Cecil Collins at the 50. He goes down as Kendrick Law waiting on him as he turned the corner. Kendrick Law has got my vote for Booker T's MVP tonight, John.
I tell you, he's doing a great job so far both ways. But Collins' feet came out from under him.
Sure did.
Made his turn.
Should get you some bigger spikes here, young fella.
Need to dig in.
It'll be 4th down, about 3. Ball spotted at the 49-yard line, and Thomas Isaac in to punt this football away. Dropping back into receive formation is number 2, Chris Anderson. Good.
See, he's offsides. Again, he was offsides.
What a kick by Isaac. Drives him back to the 15-yard line. And you noticed that earlier. We haven't commented on that on the air, but you think that Terrence Bird is jumping off, and I think maybe they caught him that time.
They caught him this time, but that young man when he blocked that punt, he jumped. He tries to time it just right, but he's been a little early every time. 3 times in a row. They got him that time.
So Mark Mawai, the captain,
should be
on the offense. They're going to call motion on Leesville. Well, we might have to watch this sucker on Monday night.
We might have another call in here, but that young man jumped.
So mark that down with under a minute to go. Booker T refuses the penalty. They'll take the ball. 1st down and 10. As we're a little confused here. Leesville better get the defense on the field, as Booker T has the ball after the exchange of punts on the 15-yard line with 40-some seconds left to play.
Yeah, that was strange that time. The young man clearly jumped. real early.
Well, you've noticed it 3 times. Terrence Bird, we'll have to maybe bring that to the attention of the referees at halftime. As let's see how BTW plays this one, John, with under a minute to go. They lead at 6-3. I don't think anything stupid like a pass is in order, but hey, what do I know? Kendrick Law runs left. He's got running room. They get him from behind after a gain of about 15 yards. He's run out of bounds. It stops the clock with 30 seconds left. Booker T has a first down at their own 33.
Harris, the man on the tackle along with Rosen, but I tell you, that young man's doing a great job with the sweep.
And a penalty flag goes down after the play, and let's see what's going on. It went down right in front of the Booker T bench.
Went down awful late, too.
Somebody said something to somebody that they shouldn't have been talking to, I got a feeling.
Yep.
So we'll have to wait till they sort this one out.
They're moving the chains, so it can't be bad for Booker T.
You're right. Unsportsmanlike conduct against the Lions.
Oh, okay. There was a first down. That's why they're moving.
You get a first down.
They're going to attack the 15 and make it 1st and 25.
Duh. Duh.
I finally woke up.
Well, your wake-up call came late to this half, John.
Almost into the half.
Well, at least he's in the game now, folks. All right, that penalty, after a nice effort by Law on the run, moves the ball all the way back to the 19-yard line, wiping out a nice gain, making it, gee whiz, making it first down and 25. 30 seconds to play in the first half. Booker T leads at 6-3. Both offenses showing sparks, but no flame tonight.
He signaled a timeout for the Lions, and the Lions came up to the line of scrimmage.
Okay, so that's what they say, a timeout, huh? Well, and I guess we're allowed to take a timeout. Bear with us. We're back after these words on Vista Communications.
Life is filled with choices. Many of these we routinely make, while some choices need more thought and understanding. Some we need help making.
Hello, I'm Elvin C. Fontenot Jr. Selecting someone to represent you in court is one of those difficult and tough choices. My experience in criminal cases, divorce cases, and personal injury claims will serve your interest well. In 15 years of legal practice, I've helped people make informed, thoughtful choices, treating them as individuals. When you're faced with hiring an attorney, you do have a choice.
Well, it's 1st and 25, and some of the Leesville fans taking exception to the fact that the Booker T coach, one of the coaches, came all the way out to the middle of the field and got into the offensive huddle with his players. Normally, when coaches get out on the field, they are quickly ushered off by the referees. So something's going on that we don't know about. 1st and 25 from the 19-yard line. Kendrick Law slips a tackle, slips 2 tackles, and stays on his feet before he skips out of bounds, shy of the 30.
It looks like they're going to run that until that boy's nose bleeds on that right side over there, I'll tell you. They're going to have to come up quicker than that to stop Law.
And Joe Rosen, coming in from the linebacker slot for Leesville, had a hand on Law as he turned the corner, and Law just shed him like some cat hair.
You're not going to hand or arm tackle that boy.
No, sir. Leading rusher in Shreveport Bossier so far this year. Traditionally, always a couple of good running backs out of that big metro area. 2nd down, long way to go. 24 seconds left in the half. Booker T clinging to a 6-3 lead. Give up the middle to Law. This time he is met in the hole. Billy Bullock said hello.
Hey, they got quite a few in there. Harris getting up off the bottom, and the man getting right up off the very bottom is number 41.
And now that'll bring up a 3rd and long situation, and the Cats signal for a timeout. So they are hoping to maybe stop them. The wise use of timeouts. You got 3.5. You might as well use them to your advantage.
Right.
Which the coaching staff did. Coach Danny Smith was signaling for a timeout. Wasted about 5 seconds, though, because his kids didn't see him. And now Coach Anding says, guys, down on your knees and let's talk for a minute here. So with 10 seconds left to go and Booker T facing 3rd and forever, Of course, last time they faced this kind of yardage, they busted a 28-yard run and almost gave them a first down. It's been an interesting ball game. It's hard to get a feel for it in this first half. You got the feeling that somebody wants to bust loose and start to exert their will in this game, but both teams, a little give and take right now.
Well, the time that's left on the scoreboard, I don't understand the timeout, because
well, if
they stop them,
if they
still
stop
got a kick.
Well, they got a punt, and they'll be punting from inside their 20, and maybe a little punt block play will be on here. Huh? Well, come on, Coach.
We'll go ahead and do that. We'll go ahead and try that.
Well, Booker T's got one on Leesville in the first half, so maybe it's only right that Leesville return the favor. I think it'd be a real nice present.
I'll go along with that.
All right, so if the Lions pass and it falls incomplete, they'll be forced to punt. If they run, however, they'll probably run this first half out, and they do. They give it to Kendrick Law, and Law is tackled, and Leesville will call a timeout with 2 seconds.
Harris is the man that made the tackle.
No, they didn't call a timeout, did they?
Nope.
Didn't get it off in time, so that's the end of the first half with the score Booker T 6, Leesville 3. We're back with halftime and statistics and a scoring summary. Stay tuned for more on Vista Communications.
Sports fans are in love with statistics, but many of us are below par when it comes to the numbers that count. Finances, taxes, business expenses, and ledgers. CPA Mike Elliott and his staff offer a wide range of personal and business financial services, from tax planning and preparation to accounting and auditing. Using state-of-the-art computer technology and applying the latest guidelines, Mike Elliott and his staff assist you with personal or business financial needs. Don't be frustrated by numbers that don't add up. Morris Insurance Agency has served the needs of Leesville, Fort Polk, and Vernon Parish since 1941.